Actually, you can see this one in my championship fight in the URCC with the Binibe. First 30 seconds, first 15 seconds, I throw a jab his lips. It's like I just only touch his head, then it pops out. So I bounce back. He didn't notice it. Then it pops out. Then push,
Oh
and then
my
shake
God.
it, shake
Oh
it.
my
Yeah.
God.
Love it, love it,
You're
love it.
Yeah, you can see even like yeah, you can really see on the video. It's very clear that when I jump up, he duck and then slips out. And then the moment that he duck, I just push it. I'm pushing this one going backwards until I put it back. And then okay, fight again. It's really painful, but it's really like it's on the heart and then on the mind.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dax Cordero. I am the sub-regional head of Libre Fighting Philippines, as well as the co-founding head of Urban Combatives Philippines. And I'd like to welcome you all to another edition of the FMA Bandits Pinoy Martial Arts Mastermind. As usual, I am joined by my fellow FMA bandit, Dr. Sixto
hello.
Carlos. Hello, say hello, everyone. Dr.
Hello.
Sixto.
Hello everyone. Dr.
Hello,
Sisto.
hello, everyone. Dr. Sixto. As you all know, Dr. Sixto is the president of Calis Ilustrísimo Repetición Original. He's also the founder of Carlos Hermanos Stick and Knife Fighting. He is the founding head of Libre Fighting Philippines, as well as the founder of Urban Combatives Philippines. And tonight we have a very special guest. We will be joined by a real life badass and multi-titled MMA and Muay Thai fighter. No, and right now he currently resides in
Ex stripper. Ex stripper.
an ex male stripper. Mahal yan, mahal. He is currently residing in Beijing, China. No? So please welcome none other than Mr. Jerson Estoro. Jerson, say hello.
Hello guys, good evening. I'm Jerson Palaci, Estoro. Right now I'm residing here at Beijing, China, but I'm actually from Benguet, La Trinidad, Benguet.
Proud resident of Benguet.
Yes.
Strawberries.
Strawberry
Yeah.
taho.
Igorot. Proud
Igorot.
Igorot.
Proud
Yeah.
Igorot,
Straw-
yes.
Strawberry fields.
Yeah.
Ba't alam mo?
And other fields as well. Okay, so Dr. Sixto, explain to us how you and Jerson know each other, because for the people out there, it is actually Sixto who invited Jerson to the show, no? Dr.
Okay.
Sixto.
Many years ago, a lifetime ago, I was asked to manage or to start coaching the Elorde mixed martial arts team. So I was handling the boxers who wanted to try a hand in MMA. Then one day there was this guy who was very fit. He approached me and he said, Doc, can I please join the MMA team, the Elorde MMA team? And that was it. And he also became my Muay Thai coach. And he's one of the best in the Philippines that I know. Anyway, he joined and he competed in MMA and he became a champion. Besides also being a champion in Muay Thai. So that was it. That was how we met. What year was that? 2007? 2000?
Yeah, I think 2008 though.
2008.
2008.
Oh, you remember, huh? I don't
2008.
remember anymore.
Yeah,
2008.
because like that time, 2008, I'm still like I just came to Manila. I came to Manila 2006, and then looking for a gym where to train, like because I really want to compete also in MMA. So by that time, it takes at least I think 2 years, and then that time from 2006, I changed gym from gym to gym until I found Elorde South Mall, and then I've been a coach there as a Muay Thai coach. And then at that time, uh, URCC MMA is very famous in Philippines, and so I really want to get into it. I want to participate. So I asked the guys whom I who will be the right person to be, to go with. So they recommend me to Duke Six to Carlos. So I went to Sucat, Parañaque. Every time that we train, I travel there. It's been it's a little bit hard because from South Mall, Alabang, I need to travel going to Sucat, and traffic is so bad. But that's I really want to compete, so I push it.
You guys really that's a long time, huh? 2008, 2006. I think that time I was in high school in 2008. But
Dax, you graduated old. Yeah.
no, I think I had a son who was in high school in 2008.
Oh.
But yeah, sige. But yeah, Jerson, you are a multi-title champion. But of course, we all have our beginnings, no? So, can you tell us what made you start in martial arts?
Yeah, back then when I was still in elementary, I always get into fist fights in the school, and then I was always getting beaten up by my classmates, my higher, my seniors. So I thought like there's something wrong, that like I need to learn something to defend myself from these guys. So years passed by until I went to high school. Then still the same thing. I'm still getting involved to fist fights everywhere, in the school or outside. So still the same thing. I'm still getting beaten up by those guys, big guys. So okay, so I really decided that I need to learn something to defend myself. That's why by that time I asked my older brother, he named Franklin Estoro. Right now he's a Colonel Franklin Estoro. So he's the one who recommended me to my first coach in Muay Thai, who is Brico Santig, named Brico Santig in La Trinidad. It is where all started my martial arts career, from Muay Thai and then kickboxing into boxing. Yeah, that's it. So it's all about bullying, So I need to defend myself from those bullies.
So you started martial arts because of bullying. It's a
Yeah.
common theme for a lot of us.
Like
Except
Sixto was a bully.
But except for Dax.
School.
Dax was a bully. I met Dax's cousin, and she told me, "Hey, do you know Dax? He's a bully." Anyway, let's go back to Jerson. Jerson, what attracted you to Muay Thai because I know there's a lot of martial arts in Benguet, in your area. So why did you choose Muay Thai as your martial art to train and master?
I choose Muay Thai because for me, I think Muay Thai is the appropriate martial arts for me, because we can use almost all of the parts of our body, which is you can use elbows, the fist, the knees, the feet to attack the opponent, and sometimes we can use also the forehead. So that's why I choose Muay Thai, because it's good for it's not only for sports but for street fight. So it's really applicable outside the gym. It's like in the street, it's okay everywhere.
Everybody, pretty much everyone who knows the fight scene know you, and they know how successful you are in Muay Thai. But and as you explained to the people out there, you explained very well what made you choose Muay Thai. But from Muay Thai, how come you shifted to MMA as well? What made you attracted to MMA?
Yeah, because by that time when I was already in Manila. I'm working as a coach in South Mall, Elorde South Mall. I saw a lot of my kababayans, like from our from Cordilleras, like who are competing in MMA, and then I saw like a lot of them are like like uh, they are dominating the sport. So I think, why should I not? Why should I must try it, because like I saw they can do it. So why not? So bakit hindi ko subukan? No, I must try. So that's why by that time I really try to find a good like a team, MMA team in Manila. There's a lot there's a lot of MMA team in Manila. Like we all know that from like the last 2007, 2008. There's a lot of MMA team already in Manila, but I really want to choose the one that suited for me. So that's why I asked a lot of the guys that whom they can recommend. So they told me like, oh, hey bro, why not go to Duke Sixto Carlos at Team Elorde and Sukat Paranaque. And then okay, so I went there. It's one afternoon I went there and Sukat Paranaque, and I talked to Doc Sixto that, hey Doc, I'm Jerson from Baguio City, Benguet, from La Trinidad Benguet. I really want to join your team. If possible, can I join your team? I really want to fight in MMA. So luckily, I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed that he accepted me to join the team. So by that time, every time that he said, okay, Jerson, we have a training on this day. So okay, I need to go. I cancel my classes from my clients at South Mall Day. Then I go to Sukat Paranaque to train with them. Train with the team Elorde, headed by Doc Sixto.
Okay, so well, to give you credit, si Jerson was, I think masipag in English.
Hardworking.
He was the most hardworking amongst the fighters. He was always in shape. He never had an off season, and he was always within his fighting weight. So actually, he could fight anytime. Anyway, before we discuss a lot of those things, I'd like to ask Jerson, what are the belts that you've won in your Muay Thai and MMA career?
Yeah. First,
can you just tell us the first, the earliest, from the earliest one until the latest?
Okay. The earliest one that I get is the Philippine Muay Thai Championship, which is sorry for that. Yes. There's a first one is it's the World Tung Il Mudo Championship in USA way back 2004. Okay. So my first fight was international fight was in USA, Connecticut, Bridgeport. So I dominate 4 countries. We have the Japan, North USA, then South USA, and then Korea. So I beat those all guys to win the championship. It's because it's like a bracket, And then after that, 2008, I won the Philippine Muay Thai Championship in lightweight, I think, lightweight division. So which was promoted by my manager in Muay Thai, Brico Santig. And then after that, last 2009, I went out again the country. I went to Hunan, China. I fight the ranked number one Muay Thai fighter in Malaysia from Bax Warriors stable. And then luckily I KO him in the second round.
Luckily,
so I was I got the spot from the World Muay Thai Association ranked number 1.
Wow.
And then at the same year, still 2009, Ajarn Vince Soberano invited me also to fight for the Battlefield Supremacy Championship. So I fight the number one K1 fighter here in Beijing, and then I beat him up. I get again the belt.
Well,
And then
what weight division was that?
It's
63
63.
kilos. Okay.
Yeah, 63 kilos. Yes, I'm just fighting at 61 kilos to 63 kilos by that time.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that time I'm already coaching as a Muay Thai coach at South Mall, Elorde. And then that's the time that I went to Duke Sixto Carlos to start my MMA career. And then I've been given a break to fight for the title shot last 2015 with Andrew Binibe. He's the bantamweight that time bantamweight champion, and then I won again the bantamweight champion, URCC bantamweight champion last 2015 through TKO. So it's really a big help for me, like training all those techniques that Doc Sixto taught me. I always apply them on my fight.
Yeah,
so I'm so blessed that I have him. Or else, I don't know if I did, like I really went that far or what.
All of your fights never finished, no? It was there was no decision. It was all knockout, right? If I remember.
There's one decision. There's one decision, Doc. Because like isn't it our first 3 fights or first round TKO?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. And then just one guy go for the distance.
So, Jerson, no, you're through the years you've been very, very successful as a fighter, no? What can you tell the people out there who also want to follow in your footsteps, no? What is it that you need to do to become an MMA and a Muay Thai champion?
For me, those guys, for those guys who really want to become a world champion someday, they need to have first, number one is discipline on themselves. That's very important. If you are not disciplined person, it's really hard to achieve those things, because of course if you have discipline, all the routines, all the trainings that you are doing, you need to have your self-discipline in order to get fit, not only physically but mentally, so that during the fight you are you are really ready, a complete fighter. Because sometimes some of the guys, they are not like some of the guys, like, oh, they are physically fit but mentally they are not ready, because like sometimes, like, like a lot of vices everywhere, so that's very number one, very important. Number one is discipline. Number two, focus. You need to focus on the things that you are doing, on the things that you want to achieve. And number three, you need to have a goal. What do you want to be? Of course, for me, I have a mindset. So of course, I need to discipline myself. I need to focus on what I want to do. And then third, what is the thing that I want to achieve? So you need to have these 3 things in order to succeed. And then of course, in connection to our God Almighty. That's it.
Yes. I would like to add to that. No, if I remember it correctly, Jerson was first of all, Jerson was always in shape. A lot of the fighters I saw, not only in Lorde but also in other stables, I saw that after the fight, the fighters, they just lose their shape. They don't train anymore. They eat, they drink, they smoke. They have a lot of vices. And two, Jerson never missed training. He was always there. The other guys always had an excuse. They would say, "Oh, doc, I have to do something for my dad, or I have a stomach ache, I have a toothache." So much bullshit. Jerson was always there, even if he had a fever. And third, Jerson was hungry. He had the goal. He really wanted to become a champion. So I guess
I remember. I remember, Doc, every time like our during our off season, we are doing like strength and conditioning, right? Not in the Sukat Lord at your house.
At my house, yeah.
Yeah, Jerson. Okay, Jerson, come here at my house. Okay, I come. We do the strength and conditioning, and then sometimes we are doing like sparring with the sticks,
Sticks, yeah.
Yeah, I remember before I came here in Beijing, I have a big bruise on my forehead. Yes, and then the moment that I get into the immigration official like looking at my head. It seems that you're not this one because it's very big.
You were deformed.
Still remember that.
Sungay.
Yeah.
That was a horn. Yeah, you deserved it because again, you were hungry, you had the goal, and you worked for it. So again, personally, I don't believe in luck. You create your own luck, and there was a chance, and you took it. So
yeah, you know what they say. They say the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Absolutely, absolutely. But again, Jerson, I'd like to know how come in your place where you grew up, is the Mountain Province a correct term? Mountain Province.
No.
It's Benguet.
For Benguet.
Benguet. Okay. How come in your
Benguet.
place, or maybe I should call you the Highlanders?
Yeah,
How come
Highlands.
there's the Highlanders in the Philippines? How come there are so many good fighters from your area? Most of the MMA and kickboxers who dominate in the Philippines are from your area.
From the
How
north.
come?
I think it's because of the surroundings. Because I think it's because number one thing is, of course, like in the highland, like okay, we have fresh air, thin air, like so when we jog, we really work on our lungs. So sometimes even when we fight, like how many 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, it's still okay. We are not gassed out.
Yeah.
And then second is I think it's because of the terrain. Because it's uphill, downhill. Because I remember when I was still in elementary, I'm walking every morning to afternoon, 7 kilometers.
Wow. 7 kilometers a day.
Yeah, yes. From morning, 7 kilometers from our home to going to school, and then going back to school again the afternoon.
So that's 14 kilometers.
That's how much I walk in a month.
That's how far I drive to work. And I get tired from driving that distance. And mind you, I just have to add, no, when Jerson talks about walking 7 kilometers, going and coming home from school, this is not paved roads, huh? These are hills. These are
Yes, hills up and down. So like that's the one there. That's the second thing, and then third thing, I think it's because of the foods that we have, because we have fresh vegetables, everything that like fresh, like vegetables, root crops.
Everything's fresh.
Full of full of vitamins and minerals, and then of course while we are growing up, our body also like getting tough because you can see our calves get big, the legs are big, even the ladies from our hometown, they have big calves.
I told you this story before. I was in a discotheque, back in the day, and
Strawberry Fields.
in Baguio.
How come you guys are laughing?
And I saw these really pretty girls, no, and I said, they're all pretty, but what I noticed is, their calves are very distinctly not muscular but very developed, and it was actually very attractive because you don't usually encounter that, but as you explained, it's the walking and the.
I remember I used to have this gym instructor. He used to be Mr. Philippines. He was a bodybuilder. And he told me that a lot of the bodybuilders from up north, from where Jerson comes from, a lot of them had big calves and big legs. And for Filipinos, big calves, it's rare for Filipinos to have big calves.
Very rare. Yeah.
And a lot of the bodybuilders from that area again, they excelled in that body part. So
Mhm.
I guess there's a connection there.
Yes, and then it's like naturally, like like because like of course from our province, most of our parents are farmers. So
Mm.
from like we are carrying like loads of vegetables going uphill, downhill. That's why like even though like it's like a natural workout already for us.
Yeah.
And then also we really love combat sports in our place. We have
Mm.
our own wrestling.
Mm.
So usually before, like in our there's a feast, we wear our G string, and then we do like the wrestling like in the mud. So it's like like for us like combat sports for us it's really natural. We really
So
love combat sports.
so Jerson, you used to wear a G string and roll in mud.
Like yeah, like wrestling.
Oh, okay. I need
Yeah,
to scratch my eyes if I see
I
that.
still have my G string, doc. I still have
Okay,
my G string until now.
okay, okay. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people from the north know where Jerson hails from. No? They are really a very brave and a very proud people. No, so much so that they integrate fighting in their daily lives. No, so Jerson, okay, from the Philippines, from the north, from Benguet, how did you end up in Beijing, China? No?
Because that's the thing. Because I came here last 2009. I fight for the battlefield Muay Thai Championship, and then the organizer saw how I fight, and then they love the techniques that I've shown on the fight, and then after the fight, they asked me if I want to teach Muay Thai here in Beijing and boxing. So they give me a good deal. They give me a good offer, and then so I agree with that. And so when I go back to the Philippines, I prepare all the documents that I need, my diploma, passport, everything, and then that's the time that I came here to China. Yeah, but that time also like because like I have my it's an I'm before before I'm teaching at Elorde South Mall. So Doc Sixto and then one of like Jaime, Sir Jaime knows Adjan Vince Soberano, and then I think they are the one also give who talk to him that Jerson is like this he's good in Muay Thai, so they chose me to fight for the championship.
How long have you been there in China?
Until now
Yes. How long?
Oh,
How long?
I almost all in
11
all
years. Huh?
almost 10 years,
Wow.
but
Oh,
yeah almost 10
long
years now.
time.
Oh, that's a
Long
decade,
time.
huh? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's 1/5 of your life.
yeah, I just before every time that there's a fight I train myself here.
Hmm.
And then 2 weeks before the fight in URCC, I go there. I travel there in Philippines, just like for my championship fight last 2015. I train here, and then 2 weeks before the fight, I travel going there to Philippines to prepare for that championship fight.
So what's life like there in China? How are the students compared to Filipinos? How are they?
Here in China, and most usually actually the students give a big respect to us,
Mm.
for us as a Filipino coaches. They have a big respect on us. They treat us well. They are very good. They follow what we teach to them. Um, they are well disciplined.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you can see guys when I'm doing like online classes, my students are from Beijing. Beijing, Shanghai, Austria, because I'm doing like international like online class. They are following what I'm telling to them. I create a program. Okay, I want you to do this. I demonstrate properly, and then I let them do it. Even here in Beijing, during the sparring, even ladies I let them spar. I really let them hit each other. So here, I think Filipinos are, they treat Filipinos are like, higher level. The coaches. Yes. So it's really nice to be here.
Yeah. What are the ages of your students? No? Like how old are they
Pardon?
usually? What are the ages? No?
It, depends, because for the one-on-one classes, for the private class, my youngest one is 5.
Oh wow.
5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my oldest is 67.
Oh.
Doing Muay Thai.
Wow.
Like Sixto,
You can
like
see
Sixto.
him. He's doing jumping elbow, knees. Yeah.
Almost as old as Sixto, huh?
No, he's only 40.
Oh,
40.
you really love Sixto, huh?
No, I'm 40, but I look 30.
Yes,
I look 30.
He's really fit. Doc is really fit. I saw his video the other day. He's doing round kicks on the head. It's really sharp.
Well, one thing I learned is you never stop moving. Once you stop, that's it.
That's
Anyway, so
true.
Jerson, no, that's true, right? Like again,
Yes,
going back to you, Jerson, I remember you never stopped moving. That's why if I look at your pictures from your old pictures, no, until the more recent ones on Facebook, you've always have abs. You always have a
that's
six
true.
pack. You never lost it. Again, with a lot of fighters, I notice they have abs. Then after the fight, they lose it.
That's again.
Then
Go back to number 1.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. Yes.
Yeah, there's another word for that. It's called consistency. No, kasi
Yes.
people can work hard, but then they don't work hard all the time. No, so but with Jerson, it's consistency. He's always working hard.
Yes, you have to give. Anyway, Jerson, now that you've experienced a lot, no, from Benguet, you went down to Manila, competed internationally, then you've started teaching you've taught in Beijing for 10, 11 years. Then saw you've set up a gym in Zambales or Pampanga?
Pampanga,
right?
Doc.
Pampanga.
Yeah.
So what are your future plans? Do you want to set up more gyms? Do you want to manage fighters, create more fighters, or do you want to fight again? So what are your plans?
Yes, Doc, as of now, I really want to build up also fighters. I want to impart my skills to them, to the younger generations. So right now, I have 3 young fighters at my gym in Pampanga, at Fight Republic Pampanga.
Okay.
And hopefully that everything will go well, and then I can let them compete in MMA scene early next year, and then hopefully that the COVID-19 in Philippines will be gone by that time. My future plan is to create also some branches, not only in Pampanga, but I want to put go back to my roots also in Alabang, which I teach before, because I still have a lot of students there. And then I have like some like followers, so they are asking me to put like maybe one branch, Fight Republic, there in Alabang. So that's it. Maybe like 1 or 2 more branch in Philippines, maybe in Manila and then in Alabang. And then I really want to manage also fighters. I want to train fighters, not only MMA, but if possible also Muay Thai, so that they will be more well-rounded. Because I want to build up also their striking skills, and then of course their ground game. So hopefully, if I have the time again, maybe I can come again and visit Doc Sixto, review all those things, those techniques, because I owe those my MMA techniques from him since day one.
What about Jerson? What about a comeback in fighting? Is there a comeback in the cards?
I'm planning to do a comeback, but not for MMA already because right now my left shoulder is already like it's easy to pop out because
Ow. Ow.
I hide this one with the Doc 62 for a long time. That my left shoulder, the rotator cuff is always dislocated. Every time that we are doing the training, like even like light training, sometimes when I miss the target, it slips, dislocated, and then I try to put back to the right place. So maybe what I'm planning right now, either Muay Thai or K1, maybe here in China.
You told the story. Yeah, you told the story before, right? Where you had a fight.
Actually, you can see this one in my championship fight in the URCC with the Binibe. First 30 seconds, first 15 seconds, I throw a jab. He slips. I just only touch his head, then it pops out. So I bounce back. He didn't notice it. Then it pops out. Then push,
Oh
and then
my God.
shake it.
Love it.
Yeah, you can see even like you can really see on the video. It's very clear that when I jump up, he duck and then slips out. And then the moment that he duck, I just push it. I'm pushing this one going backwards until I put it back. And then okay, fight again. It's really painful, but it's really like it's on the heart and then on the mind. It's okay. That's okay.
Well, I'm not sure if Jerson's so dedicated or crazy.
I think both.
Dislocating your shoulder in a fight and hiding it. And his opponent, he wasn't a pushover. He was a very good fighter. Not good. He's an excellent. He was actually, I think, one of the best fighters of that weight division. And then, if I remember it right, a lot of people were betting on Jerson's opponent, and Jerson beat him. Right? You were the underdog, if I remember. Yes, you were the underdog.
Yes, that's true. And like I can see on the Facebook, like this Jerson Estoro for sure lost, like Binibe will win, blah blah blah, something like this one. Like okay, let's see in the ring, inside the octagon. Yeah, that's true. That's why, like on the first round, I'm just only throwing right hand low kicks or round kicks until third round. That's the time on the third round I'm trying to set up like only it's like slappy hook and then elbow, slappy hook then straight. I'm not committing my hook because I'm really afraid that I will slip again, then pop up again.
Because the thing about the thing about I remember about you, Jerson, a lot of fighters, let's say they were boxers before or Muay Thai fighters, when they fight in MMA, suddenly they don't use their boxing, they don't use their Muay Thai. They suddenly become grapplers. In the case of Jerson, he won all of his fights using Muay Thai. Am I correct, Jerson? Right?
True. Yes,
you did not choke out anybody, blah, blah, blah. I remember there was even a fight we told you. We didn't train for grappling, and we said, if you're taken down, you lose automatically. So what Jerson did was clinch. You did a hard clinch, and you kept on kneeing the guy, and you knocked him out with a knee on the liver, right?
Liver. That's I think my opponent was Cartagena.
And he was also a good fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. Because I saw his recent his fights before. He's good in also like striking and then also in the ground.
Yes.
So what I did, I really used my Muay Thai. So I I surprised him. 1, 2, clinch, knee. That's it. Throw knee again. Then done.
Wow, Jerson, you've done a lot. So, if you could have started earlier, if you could have started fighting earlier, joined MMA earlier, what are the things you could have tried? What are the things that you could have made as a goal?
Maybe if I start earlier, my goal is to fight in the UFC stage. In the UFC. Because then actually, Doc, that I start very late. I start at 28. 28 years old. Yeah. It's too late for me. That's why when I saw my when I saw my kababayans from Highlands, like, oh, now they are fighting at 1FC. Some of them goes to UFC. Like, maybe if I start earlier, I'm one of them.
I'm sure you could have been at the very least a contender. I'm very sure of that. Oh well, at least you've had a good run, and anyway, and you'll be fighting again. So kudos to you. Good
Yes,
luck to
Doc.
you. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
Jerson,
why I still keep on training,
training
getting in shape.
never
Even like
stop.
when I was like in the Philippines before I came here,
Hmm.
I still keep like there was like last July. I tried to go down again, cut 8 kilos in 28 days, and then I made
Wow.
it.
Wow.
Oh wow.
8
Eight
kilos.
8 kilos.
Yeah.
8 kilos. That takes me about
Yes.
2 years to lose 8 kilos.
And you regain it in a
And
week.
then again, in during Christmas time, I regain it.
So Jerson, I remember we were discussing a lot of times. We were discussing about your ano bang tamang term doon? Your tribe, your group in Benguet. You're an
Yeah.
Igorot. You're an Igorot, and
Yes.
you're very proud of it, right? So can you tell
Yes.
us more about it?
Yeah, I'm really proud to be an Igorot because, like, Igorots usually, like, we are hardworking people. We really work hard in order to to have a living and in a good way, like in like farming, like yeah. And then almost all of the Igorots, for us, we are like hospitable. We are hospitable every time that any people like from lowlanders, when they come from in our province, we treat them well. Sometimes we butcher pigs for them. Anything that we can offer, we offer to them. Yeah, and then we are respectful people, uh, and yeah, and then most of us are not like boastful, like, oh, they're show off. We
Mm,
don't
mm.
really like those things, and that's why I really like the what do you call this? Those mga katangian ng mga Igorots.
Mm.
So that's why I'm really proud to be one of them.
Jerson is talking
Then
about, yeah. Yes, please continue,
yeah.
Jerson.
And then Igorots are are warriors. Not only in the
Yes.
fight, like in the calamities that we are facing, we fight, we stand up, we fight. Like this one, we fall down, they go up. We fall down, they go up again. Keep fighting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that you see, Jerson is talking about his tribe, the Igorots, as being a proud and very resilient people. Jerson, if you meet the guy, he's exactly like that. If you notice, he's always smiling. He's very humble. We have to always ask him, like, how many titles did you win? He's not going to tell you how many titles he won unless you ask him. No, he epitomizes
Yeah,
the
that's true.
typical Igorot. No, very humble and yet very very fierce. No, so yeah, and
Mhm.
kudos to you. No, in any case, thank
Thank
you.
you.
No, thank you so much, Jerson, for joining us. No, this was a very special treat. I personally enjoyed it because I really like it when we have fighters in the show. Because
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. No, so I want to I want to learn from you guys. No, I want to learn from you
Thank
guys,
you,
and
Doc.
then
Thank you.
thank you so much for joining us. No.
Yeah, my pleasure, Doc. And
That's true.
yeah, here and then one thing more. I want to follow up like a while ago. Like here in Beijing, here in China. Actually, most of the people here, like these Chinese people, like really loves also FMA. They really love
Mm.
Filipino martial arts. They really love the arnis. And then
Mm.
yes, a lot of the guys are asking me, okay, coach, can you teach me arnis? Oh, how do you know this? Because we really love this one. It's from your country. Yeah. So what I just did, I just taught them what Doc Six taught. Teach me like only the basics. 1, 2. That's it. Like like that's what I know.
Mm.
And then actually, they really tried. if FMA like Arnis is really effective. They use double sticks against Kendo. So they organize a tournament in only 30 seconds. The Kendo guy gave up because like everywhere, pop, 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 pop. This Chinese guy went to, I don't know if in Manila or in Cebu. He went there to learn Arnis. And then he came back. He really beat the guy up. And he said, wow, what did you learn? It's a Filipino martial arts. Filipino martial arts.
You should invite Sixto to visit you and teach.
Yeah, hopefully, Doc. We can hopefully that everything will be all right next year. We can arrange like a seminar.
Sure.
We can do like some like because
let's do it. Yeah.
Yes, Doc. Let's do it because like a lot of my clients and also my gym members are asking if I know how to teach, but I don't know. So that first thing that I think is I should invite Doc Sixto here to come and do a seminar, even like how many days only, you know?
Sure, we can maybe set up an affiliate group there. Why not? We'll see. Let's check the possibilities.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Jerson, before we end the interview, I forgot to ask earlier, which are your favorite knockout techniques? Because most of your fights you won by knockouts, right? Which are your favorite techniques for knocking out your opponents?
I really like my technique using my knee.
Yes.
Knees. That's my one arsenal, and then also my straight punch because I really have a one punch KO.
It's like Dax. Dax is a one punch man, or at least he looks like one punch man.
I can punch you in the balls with one punch.
Yeah, as you can see, Doc, right? On my MMA fights, like in URCC, my 3 KOs are coming from knees.
Knees, yes, I saw that. Yes. Yeah.
One is like from either jumping knee, and then from the clinch knees.
Yeah. You guys out there should check him out on YouTube. He has lots of videos, and he has no boring fights. No boring fights for Jerson.
Jerson, can you tell the audience if they want to contact you? How can they contact you?
Yes.
Through FB, through IG, or what's your FB page? What's your IG?
For people who want to train,
Hello guys. Those who want to contact me, you can send message on my Facebook page, Fight Republic Pampanga, or you can just add me on Facebook with my name, Jerson Palaci Estoro, and just leave a message so that I will know if you want to learn something, you want to ask something about martial arts, then I can share my skills with you guys. And then also if you want to visit my gym in the Philippines, and there in Philippines, I have my gym there. I have a gym in Pampanga, Fight Republic Pampanga. My coaches there are also active fighters, and then I'm preparing them for upcoming MMA fights or Muay Thai fights early next year. Hopefully, everything will be fine in Philippines.
Can you also invite them to your? Can you also invite them to your gym in China? How can they contact you in China?
You can contact me. Still, I'm still using my Facebook here in China, so you can just leave a message. If you will be here in Beijing, just feel free to message me. I'm just here. You can just I can accommodate you in our gym here in Beijing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, before we let you go, Jerson, is there anything you want to say to the people out there? Anyone you want to greet before we end the program?
Okay, there in the Philippines, from my old team before, like in the Prize Fighter gym in Alabang. Hope to see you. Hopefully next year, guys, we'll be having another branch to Fight Republic, Alabang. And then, of course, to my supporters, thank you so much for being there always for me. until now, you're still sending me messages and the Facebook. Thank you so much for your full support. And then, of course, for my family in the Philippines, take care always. My dad, my brothers and sisters, and of course, my wife, Winnie, she's the one who's managing our gym at Fight Republic, Pampanga. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Jerson Estoro.
Thank you so much, Jerson.
Thank you so much, Jerson.
Thank
It's
you, Doc.
nice,
Thank
nice
you,
to
Doc
talk
Max.
to you
Thank you, Doc.
again.
Mhm.
And anyway, I'm sure we'll see again. We'll see each other again in the future.
For sure, Doc. For sure.
I'll restart my Muay Thai career again when you set up the gym in Alabang. Okay, I'll see you there again.
Okay, let's do that, Doc. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I hope
Okay.
that hopefully maybe next year, if everything goes well, then I can come and visit you there, because last this previous months I messaged you before that if that I want to visit you, but
Yeah.
this
Pandemic. Yes. Yes.
Pandemic,
We have to survive first. We have to survive.
yes, that's true.
Okay, Dax.
All right. Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Doc.
All right, Jerson.
Uh,
So that was Jerson Estoro. Very, very interesting fellow.
Yes, like I told you, I'm not sure if he's really dedicated to his craft or he's crazy. Fighting with a dislocated shoulder. Oh man, that first of all, that must be painful. Secondly, if things went south, that's a career ender. He could have been hospitalized. Yeah.
He's passionate for sure. No.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's
Absolutely.
a common it's a common trait among winners. No. To be dominators. No. It seems that he's always driven to dominate. No. If you notice, he mentioned that word more than once. No. I dominated. I dominated
Oh
this. I
yes.
dominated
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it's
Observation, huh?
really a trait that that winners have, and Jerson is definitely a winner. He is a
Yes.
winner.
And again, like he mentioned, he started late, 28, right?
28. I was surprised by that. 28.
A lot of fighters retire when they're 28, and he started at 28.
Yeah, he started
So
at 28, and yet he was very successful. No?
very
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of could have beens there, but he
Yeah.
has very successful in
No,
his own right.
he's had a good run, and
Yes.
he hasn't stopped yet. He's still planning to fight, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
With a
right?
dislocated shoulder, yeah, and let's see. I want to watch that. That's the next
And
fight.
I hope his opponents don't listen to this interview.
But
Okay.
even if they do, I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
Anyway, it's good that finally we were able to interview a champion. And
Yes.
we learned
Yes.
a lot from the guy.
Yes.
Not fighting techniques, but more of attitude.
Right. And then we a lot of people out there will learn from this. Hard work, consistency, having a goal. That's actually a very good point, because some people they train, but they don't really know what they're training for. But he said have a goal, and I think that's very important.
Yes, he was hungry. Anyway, Dax, I guess that's it. Good night.
Yes. So till next
And
time. Yes. Thank you everyone for watching and for listening. I hope you guys join us again next time. All right. Stay safe
okay, stay safe.
and peace. All right. See you guys.